Hey guys, welcome to Tuki The Podcast. I am Natasha and today I am joined by my two amazing hosts,
Mutisia
and Munga.
So we are going to be discussing Ep.3 of Tuki, the series.
Mambo Almasi.
Alma, si Almasi. Harakisha stage huko.
Condoms. So much is going on out there. Nikubaya, and I really want you to be safe. Okay.
Where? Nairobi.
Alma, so unajua kuna dem mwingine mimi nacheki.
I have to be safe. I have to take all the necessary precaution.
Before we even get into the episode 3 inaitwa Tukijuana. So acha tujuane hapa. We realized we got immediately into it. Ata no hi, no hello. So acha tujuane. Masi, who are you? Tell us about yourself.
My name is Mutisia. I am such an awesome person, you guys, by then. Ninunulia drinks Nick show. But to be honest, I am an actor, a writer. Maybe umeniona kwa 1, 2, 3 shows hivi. I'm also a writer. I also happened to be the head writer of this show, Tuki, the show. By the way, if you didn't know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Moves tu pale chini ya maji. Nini ingine mnataka kujua? Hiyo ingine lazima buy me drinks. We get to know each other with time.
Akudia.
And tuko the third date. Hakuna kupeana mambo mengi. But actor, writer, Mutisia, across social media platforms, Mutisia. Yeah.
Munga.
Producer. Music producer. Do you guys know that?
No.
We knew
Okay,
you were
I'm a
music engineer.
I'm a sound engineer, music producer. Yeah, that's mostly what I do. And now I am a lover of Tuki. I've enjoying the show so far, enjoying hosting with you guys. Good talks, everything, good vibes.
And lastly, my name is Natasha. I'm a hustler. Nimemaliza shule, so I'm just tamaking. I am also a podcast host hapa at Tuki. I love talking about things. And I'm also a sexual and reproductive health advocate, so I am so happy to be here talking to you guys. And now we can finally get into the tea that is episode 3. You guys do not want to miss this. Kama ujaona, please pause. Nenda utafute hiyo video hapo kwa YouTube yetu, alafu urudi, ndo usifloat. Haya, let's get into the episode.
Okay, before we start on episode 3, episode 1 and 2, tuliachia wapi?
Akifika Nairobi sasa.
Akifika Nairobi.
She's not getting married anymore. She's come to Nairobi to pursue her career in film and everything. It's looking exciting.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah. Niko na wewe kwa ile story ya cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Like sijui mbona.
Every episode iko na cliffhanger to for some
reason. They just pull you in so much alafu there. Wait until next week. By the way, if you've not watched episode 1 and 2, ziko hapa kwenye channel. Kimbia watch, then come back and have this discussion with us. Because sasa tuna take a deep dive into episode 3. Before we continue, outfits zenu zinakaa fire. Najua pia mimi nakaa fire. Same. I feel like I'm in a rap video. Like kidogo niketuka Achie hapa like bro.
Dance video.
Yeah.
Achie, Tuki.
Hey. Thank you.
You guys are looking good.
She looks like she belongs to a Barbie movie. Like
Barbie, but like make Barbie. It 50 Cent. Make it
old
R&B.
Oh,
you
yeah,
50 Cent old R&B vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss the actual R&B. Vile kitambo zilikuwa story na mvua. Anyway, tuko kwa Tuki, we are not on R&B. Amefika Nairobi. Kitu imenibamba ni the first question. Tuko Nairobi. Umefika Nairobi alafu.
Anaulizwa hadi wapi? Where is Afya Center? Naambia iko huko tu.
Landmarks Nairobi zinakuanga gani Afya Center?
Archives.
I would say I&M.
I&M pia. Archives.
Jivanji Gardens saa zingine.
Yeah, Jivanji, like mtu akitoka ushago sana tu ni Afya Center. But unaweza imagine Machakos Country Bus kama angekuwa anachukuliwa huko Alma angeenda. Since gani ulipenda?
I felt like it went from 0 to 100 fast. Sai ndio Tuki inaanza for real. Kwa sababu, I'm like, okay, we were just getting into it. Personally nilipenda wakidiscuss wakidefine relationships, wakidiscuss. People never want to put a label on anything.
Me see those stories that, okay, so here's the thing, right? I really kind of understood Alma's confusion because cause mtu amtoka ushago alafu anakuja napata Nairobi relationships si vile umezoea.
It's different.
Yeah, because even people in Nairobi, like for me, ilikuwa culture shock. I remember kuna mse nilimit, vibes ilikuwa, but pia ilikuwa like, I'm not into labels. You know, like, me, I just want my person. Akipatana na mse uko nje wabambike. I'm like, what do you mean?
How did you feel about that?
No! Me, don't tell me ati ukipatana na mtu uko nje mnabambika wapi na nani? Like, yeah, because you know we're young. We're young what? We're young inene. Why do you want to waste my time?
In Nairobi, unasema si adai labels.
What's wrong with labels?
It's very important to put a label on something.
Right.
Hata kama ni casual, that's still a label-ish. Alma alikuwa like hata ajui ni nani, business
Alma
partner, friends with benefits, wanataka kwenda date, and she's so scared hataki kupelekwa date, hataki ikuwe official.
Yeah, it was kind of giving confusing. Jota unacheki saa zile mamake alimuuliza, na vile mmejifungia for so long, mko sure nyinyi ni marafiki?
Yeah, even the mom was confused about the whole situation.
Yeah.
Me, that's the thing with lack of labels. It's so confusing to me. Unless mko na history na huyo mse, I feel like inatekingi trust level ingine for you to be like, okay, fine, ni sawa. We won't need to define it because I trust you enough to respect me and for us to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you guys call the situation that she's in? She's in like a business thing going on there.
Because she didn't even want to call it an open relationship. She didn't want to call it a
relationship in
at
general,
all.
yeah.
Alafu I feel like it's one-sided. CFO kind of wants that. Like, okay, sawa, we're not defining it, lakini mtu mmoja anataka kuidefine.
Kwanza saa zile alikuwa like, kwani unaona mtu mwingine? Unajua po ndio vitu ziko complicated. Because Alma already kwa kitchen alikuwa zile za he's asking me out on a date. No, like,
He's acting different.
He's acting different. Like, I thought that's like a green flag. Like,
I mean,
We're trying to make things go on like... But then let me ask you, let's say you're in business with someone. Would you want to be in like a thing, like a relationship or have something going on there?
unajua yao si kama business partners. I feel like ni kama marafiki wanaanza business. Si
Okay.
ati, sindo, ama?
from the context, mi nacheki ni kama they've done business together mara mob. Si ati this is the first time they're doing business together.
Yeah.
But also there's wisdom in do not mix business with pleasure. Because kuna hii mentality ya power couple na tumeona sana social media, right? Wase wanakuja na kwa content creators pamoja. Mnaliftiana mko like mimi na nani. Alafu vumbi kiwapata pale social media.
But I feel like for content that sells. Like it sells easier to be in like a relationship.
I don't know. For Alma and CFO, I really like that name. For Alma and CFO, I kind of napenda, they're both like different individuals. In as much as wanataka kubuild kitu pamoja, unaweza tell uni CFO na uni Alma. Danger inakujanga wakati hiyo business define all aspects of your life in that mkipart ways.
You still have to do business together. Neo ni awkward.
Ama hata business
Na collapse.
ina collapse because you cannot work together.
Mnaona ikiwa that serious. Like, naona kama ni hustle. Yes, inaweza collapse.
Yeah.
But tena, I feel like, naona kama business is not the main thing. Like, okay, they do a lot of business together. But I feel like their friendship is what...
Yeah, ni mabeshte.
Achie is part of that whole thing, the whole business thing. Ama
Achie is kind of there. I feel like Achie sasa kwa hapo juu yeni beshte ya Alma.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think she's just a friend and a support, whatever is going on for now.
Yeah. Ni beshte yao, like, I'll support you. But the person who's in it with Alma kabisa ni huyo CFO. Yo.
Okay, so far, how do you guys feel about just generally how the episode? What do you guys think? Now we're seeing like characters wanna develop a bit. Robi's the plot is thickening nicely. Robi's getting a job. Actually, I want to talk about that also.
About Robi and the job.
Just the call she got about her job and everything.
So you can imagine vile wame to set up through the whole episode. At first ndio ameenda eavesdrop. Kumbe Robi ni kadaku. Ameenda eavesdrop story ya Alma na mamake. Kwanza Alma akipatiwa condom.
That's also another story.
Robi was like, yo, what is going on?
Hizi ni mambo za Nairobi anampatia condom nini.
And I got you something.
Condoms.
Yes, condoms.
Mom, mbona kuziacha mali unaziachanga normally?
Baby,
I'm not always around and I have to check in with you. So much is going on out there. Ni kubaya? Nje ni kubaya, unasikia? And I really want you to be safe and okay.
Okay.
As long as you're safe and okay, my baby, just go there and find your happiness. All right? Just be safe. Bora. Whatever happens in between those shits, do not affect your hustle. Usikue kama mamako. Unanisikia?
Sawa.
Be safe and money first.
Hey, money first.
Hustle first, baby.
Okay, mama, keep the things you say.
I got you. Oh, and I got you something else. Hello.
And then later on, anacheki ndoyo Alma amekamna chali yake. Karibu kugongwa. And then
Maybe they have earphones.
At the end of the episode, she receives this very interesting phone call. That ndio hii role umeget, but you'll have to be comfortable with nudity and intimacy. Umetoka Migori mtu wangu.
I don't think she's experienced with her mans. Then the first 2 episodes, they were still kind of going back and forth if she was ready and everything. So now to act in it with someone you don't know, that's also gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. I mean, I don't know if this was so creative. Wakati actually uliza which ice cream do you want, akasema vanilla.
Yeah.
You're reading into it.
No, come on, guys. I think
But vanilla is boring. So people say, I personally love vanilla, but people say vanilla is boring.
I also don't mind vanilla. Vanilla is... like, it was not cliche, the fact that you went like, vanilla. I was like, girl.
I didn't even catch on to that. I did not until you mentioned it.
Yo.
Wewe ni flavor gani unapenda?
Vanilla and strawberry. Ikiwa combined tu kama venye Achie.
Are we speaking figuratively?
No, me I'm talking about ice cream vanilla. Lakini, you've made a very good point. What do you think Robi will choose? Ako Nairobi sasa. Is it her career which requires her to be intimate, ama her morals? Because I feel like she also has a strong sense of morality.
That's a good question.
Sindio?
It's a good
I think
question.
I don't think it makes... Do you think it makes Alma immoral? I don't think Alma
No, not
is
immoral per se. Like, it's so clear Robi is not comfortable with intimacy regarding her role. But this is her dream she's chasing. Sasa hapa ni unachagua, like umekuja Nairobi dream yako, but then sasa ni compromising in terms of maybe what she believes in.
Yo, that's going to be such a huge journey for her. Because
just to pick one either way. But also, the guy on the call said it's not a must. You could always refuse. But then you never know.
Yeah. Unaitwa, script ishaandikwa.
Yeah.
Story ni hii. Unafanya muufanyi.
Na umetoka Migori.
Umekuja Nairobi kutafuta dream yako.
Yeah, ni interesting sana. It's going to be really interesting to see
the
what
next
she does.
episodes to see how it goes. Because in this, first of all, consent is everything. Hata when acting, especially for those of you at home who want to get into the field of acting, and you will be called for roles, okay? And some roles will demand a lot from you. Just don't do anything you're not comfortable with, which takes us back to episode 1. Hata Baba Robi alimwambia, usifanye kitu... Yeah, usifanye kitu yenye you're not comfortable doing. Jichunge sana na watu wa Nairobi.
Wanapenda kukula kwa mikono
ya watu. Like, do not do anything you're not comfortable with. Lakini unacheki with Robi, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Ndio umefika. Hii ni role ya kwanza. Huyu mama unaongea na yeye ana sound no nonsense.
Yeah.
As an actor, as a person who's been in the industry for a while, I'll tell you for certain, usinyamaze. By the time umeitwa na casting director, casting agent, they've seen something in you. It goes beyond ati your physique. It's about your talent. So, watakuambia, okay, kuna hii role, kuna hii scene, kuna hii kitu unabidi ufanye. And sometimes it can demand a lot out of you. By the way, make demands. Waambie, mimi siko comfortable kupigana na mate na mse. Mimi siko comfortable kuonyeshana hii na hii. Mimi siko comfortable kufanya hivi. Because sometimes we end up compromising a whole lot. And we don't even watch out for our health.
Yeah.
Kuna role nilikuwa nafanya juzi, a really nice show. And it had an intimacy scene.
Yeah.
Na nikasema, it would be really nice scene partner na mimi kufanyiwa tests. Because they wanted us to kiss.
Yeah.
Now, this is not to discriminate or anything, but you never know what happens. Sijui mse anaishi life gani.
Yeah.
Outside the parameters of work, sisi si mabeshte. simjui hivyo.
You don't know his background,
I
nothing.
don't know his background. So safety yangu, health yangu comes first. And now also safety yake na health yake. So even kuuliza kama mtu angalia uko na homa, for example, because it's not always STI. Usijua kama mtu ako na homa ingine itakufanya usiweze shoot
COVID.
Yeah. And also time ya kushoot, for example, ni intimacy scene. Unaweza sema me I'd like for this scene to be directed by a female director. You're not comfortable having some conversation with a male director. And even kuambia work with your directors because they always want what's best for you. But ukienda kwa sets zenye they're making it really difficult for you to talk about that. Imagine drop it. Drop the role. I know when I say this it sounds like hey alafu nitapata wapi gig ingine. Hey, trust me. You'd rather miss one gig and save your mental health and your physical health than go for it and then it sabotages like a lot of other opportunities. So always be ready to say no. Muambia mse, at the end of this project, what is it you will have regretted doing? Like andika list ya me I'll have regretted 1, not being paid well, 2, my health, 3, my mental health. So hizo ndio zitakuwa your non-negotiables. By the time unaingia kwa room uko like this is not, I'm not compromising this, I'm not compromising this, I'm not compromising this, I'm not compromising this. Alafu you'll always find a middle ground with the directors, with the producers. And even though tunajisave from a lot of stories, unatoka huko nje unasikia sexual harassment on set, this happened, that happened, because boundaries were not communicated at the beginning. So as someone who's been in the industry, usiogope kuongea, usiogope kuuliza maswali, uliza, they know, si ati unauliza watu hawajui, they know the risks. They understand the risks, they understand what it is you're doing. So uliza, set your parameters from the get-go.
Yeah, man. That was actually very well said. I'm sure there's someone at home picked up something from that. Man. Protect yourself, protect your brand, protect your health, everything. Mm-hmm. And speaking of protection,
that was so smooth.
I was cooking as you were talking. Alma, she's been given condoms by her mom. She also said she has the injection, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's talk about being given condoms by your mom. And then we come to the injection.
Okay.
Because I love nimependa mama Alma.
Kweli. Yeah. She's so real. She's a teenage mother. Like, as in not a teenager, like a mother to a teenager.
But Alma is not a teenager.
No, like...
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. Anajua hakuangi hapo. Unacheki like lifestyle yake ni kutravel. I think ni cabin crew or something.
Yeah, cabin crew.
Yeah. Anashindanga kitravel. So anajua, ni msichana wangu.
Yeah.
I know my daughter.
And I leave her home. Alone.
Na kuna mtu anaitwa CFO.
Mwenye relationship kidogo.
Mother alikuwa na shuku.
Mother ashaiona. Ameiona 18 ako like hapa.
There's something.
How do you feel about that? About like your parents being open, rather, not necessarily talking to you, but being open to discussing such things? Actually, I was working, I don't know if we were working with you, we were working for Wazi, yeah? Mm-hmm. And we're having this talk about how at a young age, sometimes it's very hard for you to like just walk to a chemist and to get the courage and be like, yo, can I get some condoms? Or as having a parent who actually is open to talking to you about it and giving you such things for your own safety. What do you guys feel about that?
I actually love that. I love how Mama Alma does it. Alafu tena venye anaifanya, it's not anaifanya because anajua ni for protection. You know, a lot of the parents out there think uki-introduce mtoto wako to contraception, ukimpea hizi vitu, unamu-encourage, like unamwambia go forth and do whatever you want. But the truth is, Mama Alma ameweka vizuri sana, hizi vitu zina happeningi, whether she's there, mzazi wako hawezi kuwa nawe 24/7, whether she's there or she's not there. So I really loved that. I really loved that she was like, even though I'm not, si ati uende unini na kila mtu, si ati nini, keep your priorities right. Na if you decide, here are some condoms. Hamwambi like, you know, and she's very clear, you put your money first kwanza, eka pesa yako kwanza, alafu hizi vitu zingine, you know, because they happen. I mean,
in the fact that Alma already ako in a very tricky situation. Yeah, ni kama mamake ashaona. Okay, na najua Alma na rebellia. Sana Alma na kaule mse mwenye utamwambia, if you're very very strict with her, upon your
she might decide ujanja move anze
ujanja inatokea ile mbaya. Yeah. So and also legally she's an adult.
Yeah.
So vile mamake alikuwa tu like, first of all, put your money first. priorities.
Yeah.
Unaishia shule, you need to have this money because unaenda kufanya si ati ni cheap. And Alma anapigwa reality za Nairobi. Like sidhani kama kuna any other character, Achie, Robi, who is very prepared for Nairobi like Alma.
True.
Mamake hamfichi. Akotuzileza huku nje. Huku nje siku
zuri.
Tu prioritize na si ati namwambia pende pesa. Anamwambia yo priority
chase the bag
make
first.
aware this is the situation we are in the situation. Babako amesema hivi ni hivi, so it's just you, mimi nitakusupport but it's you and I yani. Lakini kwa maisha yako ni wewe. She's made her very aware of like her situation, and I really love that.
And I love that they're not sugarcoating. Unachikia hizi story in a family where the parents, and I get it when the parents try to hide things from their kids.
Yeah.
Again, Alma si mtoto, ashajua. Vile tu alikuwa like, imagine dada decide kulipia watoto wake nini, shule expensive.
What did she call them? She called them something and I wanted to laugh. Watoto expensive.
Na mimi ndio naenda kampo.
Inidi kuna mamuti hivyo leo. Tutabidi muongea.
Imagine dad amamwa atalipia huto expensive school fees, alafu mimi ananiacha tu hivyo. Na mimi ndo naenda campus mom. So sasa itabidi nimeanzisha swali lingine.
Another one.
Yeah.
Again, life is not sugar-coated for her. Ni yeye ameonyeshwa, yo, by the way ndio kuko. Sometimes hata, and it's so painful when you feel like you're not your parents' priority. She's taking it like a bad B-word boss. But I like that. Haimweki chini. Hata saa zile after amepata her vitamin D. The first thing alikuwa like,
business. She's thinking about business.
Biashara. Ako like, okay, so now that I have
post-nut clarity.
Ako like, biashara sahi. I like that. Kuna priorities, kuna vitu anafuatilia. And I like your openness. Honestly, I like the openness ako nayo na mamake. Because if anything is to happen, hata feature, there's a lot girls go through. There's a lot that we go through. And it's even worse when you cannot open up to the closest people to you on earth.
Yeah.
It makes it really difficult. Not just for madam, even for guys. If there's no one you can talk to, kwanza machali.
Mnanyamazanga sana.
I've actually had this talk so many times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But
then, just with my homies and everything. Most fathers are very strict, but then that's when the relationship between like friends becomes good. Because like me and my boys, I feel like we're very open with each other.
Yeah.
If you have a nice clique, you guys can talk and everything. It's really helpful. Stuff like that. So actually, picking your friends is also a good, which also happens in the Tuki thing. I feel like the friendship duo, the trio is going to be actually quite good because they have very different backgrounds. They're all chasing something. That's also a very important thing when it comes to friends and friend groups.
And I like the diversity kwa your friend group, right? Unacheki, si ati they're trying to make Robi to become something she's not. Si ati they're judging Alma for who she is. Si ati they're judging Achie for not caring about
That's the thing. And they're all just talking about it also at the same time. So it's also a good dynamic.
Achie is very comfortable being like, hizo vitu si priority kwangu. Mi sahi ni game. Na game,
and school.
Na school. Yeah. Mi hapo ndo akili iko. Robi mi ni ambition.
Robi.
Me want to be.
The thing is, Robi's story can go anywhere.
That's the
Her
thing.
story keeps like, yes, it's growing, but then also at the same time, there's like so many possibilities. I just want to see what's going on.
Yeah. She has that thing. So there's this time my mom brings like a housey from Ushago.
Yeah.
And then ashafanya kila kitu. Maliza, and then she goes to sleep. And then now she goes into Kao, speaking with my dad in Kao, because this lady did not understand Kikamba. And then my mom is just like, Uyu, kuna tuka kitu. I don't know, kuna hii meekness ako nayo. Uyu anakata chanuka hivi. Kwanza kuna kwanga nayo mentality, deva kitoka Ushago kuja Nairobi. Anachanuka hivi. Sijui mbona tuna-assume watu Ushago hawajachanuka.
Lakini ni kwa-assume kweli. Demo Migori woni venye anachanuka mbio.
Wewe acha nikwambie, and I'm speaking this like, demo Migori anachanuka mbio. Like, that is the thing. Na tuna-assume ati wakiwa Ushago wako exposed. Fam. Bruh. Uko ndo unapata washajua. Actually, kuna research zilifanywa na the Wazi team, bado the Tukisonga team. Na wali find out that Madam Migori and hata machali wako more aware on things to do with contraceptives than
Actually.
Nairobi.
Wow.
Than huku. Juu nacheki huko stories za teenage pregnancy ni mob. Like unapata hata wase, kuna wase wanabidi umelala na mtu ndio upate pesa za kubuy pads because poverty, it's a thing and it really, unfortunately in a society, girls suffer a lot when it comes to poverty. So wengi wamechanuliwa, wengi wanajua.
Lakini unaona kama hiyo imeportrayiwa kwa the show?
Maybe let's keep watching.
Probably.
Let's keep watching.
Okay.
Probably. Let's keep watching. Sijaiona so far, but this is just me bringing up like some of the research. Even with guys, the men were very aware of like contraceptives and nini, but Nairobi kidogo they shy away from talking about it. Alafu kuna hii mentality ya atidem akiwa on contraception ni juana hanya.
Kuhanya is kutembea?
Kwani kuhanya ina
I have to confirm bana.
like dem akiwa on contraceptives ni juu. Ana
But that's for her own safety or
yes,
precaution.
it's a safety thing, lakini unacheki kuna hii mentality ya ati mbona uko kwa hiyo injection or mbona umekewa IUD na hii miaka yako ndogo. Kwani unataka tu like kwani someone cannot just take control over their uterus? Like mi najipanga.
Hiyo ni mentality mbaya sana.
Iko nyuma. By the way kama unafikiri hivyo uko down. Uko down vibaya sana. Chanuka msee. Because I loved how CFO, after Daniel alimwambia, I'm on dip, I'm on injection. Alikuwa like, dip? So nacheki hiyo vile alikuwa confused.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Zitiziko kwa Jako.
So?
Jako tumiacha situ. Cheki tunaweza zile nini za your mom. Sinda anakuwa amekuachia.
Hapana. Aziko kwa bathroom emoji. Meaning we're stuck.
Wait. Naweza enda situ nikachukua Jako.
Nishamaliza na Robi. Na plus my G, you are showing.
Saturday.
You know,
No, what?
I'm on Depot.
Cigarette yoto.
See the injection.
By the way machali Migori wanajua.
Wait, do you think that's why?
Mimi sikuwa najua kusema ukweli.
Let me ask.
Nimesikia umesema deep, I was like, so that's what they said. Because mimi nilisikia tu D and then I was just like, kasaba the injection.
So inaitwa Depo Provera. It's an injection unadungwa for 3 months. Yeah, nani to prevent pregnancy. Yeah, so it's I think 300 bob kenda chemist. Ni vizuri mtu kwanza kwenda kwa gynecologist. Like make it a behavior to go to your gyna from your early 20s. Hiyo ni kitu lazima as a girl jizoeshe tu. And then the good thing about now having a good relationship with your gynecologist atakusaidia kujua like body yako, you get to chagua the kind of contraceptive that works for you. Because it doesn't work for everyone. Kuna mademu wengine wameenda on to Depot na ikawagonga because of the hormonal imbalance. Hata my therapist alikuwa ananishow juzi. Kuna wengine it even leads to depression. Now ilewi ni juu ya the hormone body yao imekuwa
I've
exposed
also
to.
seen that it adds weight.
Yeah, kuna wengine wanapitianga weight. Yeah.
But then I had a question.
Yeah,
Sorry. You just said, remember when he asked her, like, you're on the birth control? Then he's like, wait, are you sleeping with other people? You actually just said that without noticing.
Yes. Because akili tu itaenda hapo.
Yeah. Also, he was like, wait, are you sleeping,
with other people?
Yeah. Genuinely, now that on that topic, I appreciate how Alma, even though she's on birth control, she was like, we can still, go raw. Because there's so many other things other than pregnancy. I loved that she appreciated that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, pregnancy is just part of a lot of things that
Yeah.
can come from unsafe sex.
Yeah.
And I love that she appreciated that. And then nani akajaribu kuleta hii issue ya trust. CFO ati, kwani you're the only girl I sleep with. Kwani uni trust? As in-
Hawaja
and
define
it's
your
like,
relationship
exactly.
again back to labels.
Hakuna story ya kutrust mtu. You take care of yourself first. Hata kama mtu akuambia you are the only one, just take care of yourself first. Hakuna haja ya kuregret
When
later.
ushaiambiwa you're the only one alafu I just feel like there's some heaviness in
Bada
this room
sijawahi bat
that
na-
we need to unravel. Tasha, this is a safe space. There's no judgment. We listen, we don't judge.
We're in
No,
the
I'm
sitting
fine
room. We're
with that.
talking in the sitting room with After
Hakuna mtu
watching,
hata
there's no one
anaweza.
here with us.
Hapana. Ni ati tu naimaginingi.
Unaimaginingi tu.
Unajua, personally, I'm terrified. There's no problem with people who've had an STI, of course, but I feel like I'm so terrified because naenda aje kwa hosi yake kuambia mtu nasikia kamwasho. As in,
Imagine you just go.
I feel, no, yes, but I will be a bit uncomfortable with that. So, the idea of an STI really frightens me. Hata mimi niko team Alma hapo.
STIs ni scary and
Very.
for the right reason. And let's just talk about it kidogo. And the STI stigma. Guys, STI na stigma. Like Gum. Hey, bruh. Nimekuambia rappers in the house.
Rappers.
Bruh.
In the element right now. When you're done with that, I want to ask, after you're done, what type of contraceptive would you advise a young person to go for?
I think I already answered that. Enda kwa gyna. Go let the gyna
Then
help you.
she explains to you which one is best.
Yeah, which one
okay.
is best for you. Because bodies, again, women's bodies are very different.
Actually, it should be condoms. I feel like condoms kind of
condoms add
protect against
protection,
STI and pregnancy.
Condoms ni baseline. Like,
But then
hiyo
also,
ni-
there's been situations where I've seen or heard people who are allergic to, there's like
To latex.
latex.
And other short stories.
Your point is very
Yeah.
important. You should definitely check on a gyna.
check on a gyna. Na hata kama ku-access gynecologist. Because see ati everyone has the luxury ku-access gynecologist.
Yeah.
Feel very free to talk to even like your local pharmacist. But see ati pharmacist zote. Enda kwa yenye inaka at least ni certified. Muite kando, have a conversation with them. Because these are things they deal with every single day. And usiogope, ukienda kwa chemist ama pharmacy alafu mtu akusijui vibe gani, toka hapo. Because it's not professional.
Sijaenda chemist iko karibu na home. I don't know.
Utaki watu wakujue.
Sijai.
But enyewe.
Nikidai kwenda chemist mwendo a bit far, but I go to the same chemist, but it's not near my
Ukibuy
crib.
P2.
Unauliza, uko na cetirizine, uko na pan, aya basi nipe pit.
Ama uko hapo na simu like, hey babe, nimefika. Ulikuwa unasema nikulete nini? P what?
That's so real.
Excuse, P2 ni nini? Hizo. Beshte yangu anataka. Beshte yangu anataka P2.
Ebu nitumie hiyo.
Ati ni how much? Amesema inakuanga 200 ama 250. Usijaribu kunigonga. Hii uoga ni ya nini? Na ni kama tuna behave ni kama hawa. Acha nikushow. Ukienda pharmacy na hiyo ndio vibe una get. Usirudi huko. Because kuna wengine mazona huanga na judgment. Unaingia hivi unaomba kitu kwanza naangalia miaka yako. Msichana. Mumeanza mkiwa hivi
kama wewe. Ingekuwa sisi like spare us the history bana.
Tulikuwa tunaongelelea STIs.
Let's go. Sorry.
Stigma.
Got carried away.
I think we understand the stigma, the shame that comes with STIs. And on top of, we make it so difficult to talk about it even with our friends. Uko na beshte mwenye, if a slip up happens, lafu kidogo unasikia, siko po. Uko na beshte unaweza msho, bro. Can even me.
Yeah.
With my friends, mimi sifichangi kitu.
That's actually really good.
Because now if you don't tell your friends,
who
are you gonna tell
and
next?
if you can speak to a trusted adult.
Yeah.
You just have your friends.
Like nafili kama relationship ya Alma na mamake ni if anything ever happens to Alma atenda to mamake like your mom.
Yeah, which is also good.
That's so nice. Majority of us tunatakanga kuongea na wazazi wetu kuhusu hizi vitu.
Yes.
I wish you will sit down and tell me, this apana, this yes. But then again, your mentality ya unafikiria ukiambia mtu kumhusu encourage kufanya inatuharibia sana.
Life ni confusing.
Sana.
Na si ati someone does that because they're looking to get sick, because again tulisema horniness is a sign of being healthy. Your biological systems are just working. There's nothing wrong with it, but slip ups happen, and sometimes you might end up trusting the wrong people. Again, it's not your fault. So unachekingi hiyo ni kama if you've ever gone through that, or if you are currently going through such a situation, usijichukie. It happens to the best of us. No one will go outside ati kutafuta kwanza nakwanga na hii mentality ati umeenda kutafuta ugonjwa. Nani alikwambia nimeenda kutafuta ugonjwa?
Oh my god, yeah, that's the exact phase that anasemanga unaenda kutafuta.
Nani atatoka ati acha niende nitafute kahoma hapa nje kidogo. Uko na malaria, nipatie malaria 2. What's that? See, we do away with that mentality by this. Tusonge mbele kidogo.
Please.
And let's just make it easier for people to talk. Kwanza mnakumbuka ile time super gonorrhea ilikuwa imehit Nairobi?
Oh my god.
I didn't know about that.
What? Unaishi kwa mtandao gani?
Was it this year?
Aki ilikuwa 2024 bado.
In Juja. Walikuwa wamecentralize wakasema Juja.
That was this year.
Yeah.
In
the beginning. But STIs in universities are so common. They are so common by the unajua hata tukiongea kuhusu stigma ni ile tu unajifanya mbele ya watu.
Yeah.
Because STIs in uni are so common. Kwanza ni venye sasa we can start naming names here. But then especially those unis unapata wako mbali na watu, they are kind of interacting within themselves. Utapata in a class maybe 5 people wako na an STI. So hata sijui what the stigma is about. The stigma is about maybe kujajiwa tu.
Slut shaming.
But
literally hata sasa unapata labda Robi ilikuwa first time yake, you know, maybe hata sometimes even condoms break, and that's the other thing. That's why nilikuwa nakushow hata kwa contraceptives condom inakwanga baseline because accidents happen.
It's not
right?
the safest.
And it's not 100% safe. So slip ups happen, okay? And sometimes it's not even through vaginal intercourse. Kuna herpes pia mate kwa mate.
Kissing.
Kidogo kwa my hands. Unajikuna.
Then you find there's like a crack over here.
And
natokeanga.
Umeenda sherehe mpatanapo na curie.
You know, zimeshika
kidogo.
Wait, I have a question. Umesema kitu sasa. One night stands.
What about it? Who are you asking for kwanza? Who has sent you?
There's someone over there now. Ako home to ametulia. What do you guys think about it? Are you against it, or it's like whatever happens?
Again, I feel like what Mercy said is very important. Slip-ups happen, but pia kuna vile unafaa, okay, sijui how I'll put this, but I feel like sex should be sacred to you in as much as slip-ups happen. You get what I'm saying? So if it happens mara moja ni sawa.
This is my view when it comes to one night stand. Vile umesema, when you allow something, now as a woman, before I allow something to come into me, kani chakula, kinywaji, it has to be, lazima ikuwe certified. Kuna chakula siwezi kula, you know.
Exactly.
I want to know that if I partake in this afterwards, I'm going to be like, that was good.
Nutritious.
Nutritious. I am happy. See, ati afterwards I'm like, inabidi ninunue dawa ya tumbo, dawa ya nini, unajua, afterwards I'm like, yo, what am I going to do? Story na food. How do you certify that the food is?
To be very honest, if it's like the first time meeting, just check small things like hygiene.
But how do you know
like for a man,
hygiene, like...
is his nails cut, anakaaje, ni msafi, does he groom himself? When was the last time he had a haircut? Unajua pia unaweza ona msee vile does he smell good?
Hata vile anaongea, the green flags on a first date. Go.
He asks
Hygiene.
about my feelings.
Asks about.
It's like, how do you feel about us being here? How was your day? It's like, bro, unajua, si kuhusu, vemesema food si kuhusu taste peke. Kuhusu venye inanifanya nisikie emotionally, venye inanifanya nisikie, you know? Yeah. So if somebody is invested in my emotions, that's such a green flag. It's like, I had a horrible day. Si ati, kai pole, sa utadu. Yeah. It's more of, what happened? How can I help you?
Pia sometimes foods zingine si mbaya. Like you just need time to warm up to that food.
Yeah.
Like me, it took a while before I could eat sushi. Like ilikuwa, but raw fish.
I'm still waiting
you
for
see,
mine. I'm still waiting.
It's still raw fish.
No, it's still raw fish.
It's just still raw fish. I'll just need time to warm up to the
Well,
idea. So kuna zingine you need a couple of more dates. You know, a bit more convincing before you can allow it. Lakini kuna zingine uko like, okay, vibe imeweza. Upenda presentation unanukia, lakini bado protection ni must kwa sababu you can still get food poisoning from a 5-star hotel.
Yeah. Ooh, word.
I like the way she's posing.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Bro, put it on a t-shirt. Yeah, you still can. You still can.
Yeah,
so, utajajizi vitu zote lakini protection nayo ni must. A green flag on a first date.
I think I already said mine. Just basic hygiene too. Just hygiene and just the way someone carries themselves on the first day.
Yeah.
Ushaenda out na mse for the first time na anaongelesha waiter vile anadai
yes.
Mi ilikuwa kunichambua. So nimefika date, ashaanza kuangalia, hizo earrings. Okay. Zilikuwa how much?
Ni pesa kidogo.
Excuse you?
Anaanza tu.
Who are you talking to?
Like
Slight jobs.
it's the small things by the way vile anaongea. Also, how much you drink on a date says a lot. For me. Kuna time so mi nakwanga na hii code na beshte yangu. There's an emoji I can send her like during a date. Nikimtumia emoji, she knows she has exactly 10 minutes to call me and come up with an emergency.
Okay.
If I don't send her that emoji, she knows that I'm okay. So Natasha na live location if I'm meeting someone for the first time. And honestly, if you're meeting a stranger for the first time, keep it public.
Yes, please.
Just hiyo ni sushi. Hiyo ni raw fish.
Takes time.
Give it time. Watu ujipresent vizuri, first, second, third. Ipatie time. Tuliza mahamjam. Zitulize. Nilikuwa naongelelea
Green flags.
Oh yeah, green flags. No, kuna kitu ingine imeskip kwa akili. How much you drink.
Okay.
Yes, how much you drink in a relationship.
I've never thought of that.
At least the first month of knowing somebody, I think no alcohol should be involved.
Really?
Kwa sababu unajua kuna watu by the way hawezi na date kama hajakata.
Yeah.
So you have to know how you interact. Like uko sober niko sober, how do we interact with each other?
You've asked what we think about drinking on the first date. Me, I wouldn't mind like one cocktail. Because sometimes it's nerve-wracking when you've met someone for the first time. And obviously, if you're on a first date, you want to impress. So it's usually there's some tension. Just like a cocktail or maybe after eating, have a shot or something.
Personally, I don't drink. Quite recently, but I'm glad.
I want to be when I grow up. I'll try.
It's a good journey. So if I'm to go out with someone, I'd understand. Like, kama unataka kushika moja, because social anxiety is a thing. Na feel ni kama, I'm meeting you for the first time. I don't know what to say. Moja ni sawa. By the time 2, 3, 4, meeting for the first time.
Home time,
Because there are people who misbehave when they're drunk. So maybe it is important to see wakiwa drunk. You know what you're getting into.
Would you want to be out for the first time with someone and then they...
Me, I'd actually prefer it's the first time.
Una prefer konyesha?
Unionyeshe hiyo drama first date uniseme alright, that's nice.
Yes. As a girl, it's a bit
As
scary.
a girl, it's scary.
Okay. Those are two different perspectives.
Very different. The last thing kwa show yenye ilinibamba nataka tuongelele. You're in a room with someone or hata kwa plot kwa apartment, right? Na hii ni kitu mindfulness, something Alma and the boyfriend CFO alidu yenye ilinibamba. I love that Robi aliva earphones. But mindfulness and loud sex. Umeleta mtu wako, uko na kwa room, ama unaishi kwa flat yenye the walls are very thin.
Very thin.
Yani una sneeze, jirani akwambia bless you. Kama episode 1. Una bless us. Hapo le jirani hujapona bado. Like the mindful, because na feel ni kama generation yetu. Kidogo tumesahau some manners. Ni must tujue. Ni lazima
itabidi
anaanza
kusoundproof rooms.
Umeona hiyo mimi ya bubu? I don't think I can say it on camera.
Utatuonyesha after.
And I'll show you afterwards. I'm pretty sure you guys at home know what I'm saying. It's like, if you didn't want it loud, you would have... I swear. How have you guys not seen that?
You have to show us after this.
Yeah, I do. But I think mindfulness is something to mesahau. It's very important. Because ungekuwa kwa wazazi, ama wazazi wangekuwa hapo...
Actually, it's not even about wazazi. There's levels to mindfulness. Kama naishi tuseme kwa ploti ama kwa hostels na walls are thin, mi sijui history ya jirani wangu. I don't know what they've gone through in life. There's some people sex actually triggers them. Because
they've had a bad experience.
And they've not had the best experience. Uko hapo tu mna sound kama mbuzi inaenda kuchinjwa. Bro, si must. Kitanda umeleta seremala kwa nyumba. Mbona shtua watu? Like ni must kila mtu. Mnaweza jibamba without the wait until you have mko kwa soundproof studio yenu, make all the noise that you want, but please be especially if you have a roomie. Na watu wako campus kupatiana exile, by the kuna bidi kuwe na rules za exile.
Wallahi.
Si ati 5 minutes una text.
Exactly.
So umetoka lectures, umechoka. Unaenda kufika hivi room unasikia, "Hey bro, ni kama leo itabidi umetafuta place ya kulala."
But najua many of the guys watching wako in such situations. Mnafaa work on that. Kupigana Excel is also a very funny situation though.
Pia mse heads up, like at least asubuhi. Mwambie kuna dem najaribu kusuka
Reason.
kama unaweza tafutanga. Siko sure vile kutaenda. Juu bado tuna lakini kuna venye. Then a heads up, which brings me to communicating and open communication with your friends about your life. Nilipenda vile Alma alifika. Na unajua kuna hiyo alisahau. Madhe akishianga mimi uleta chali home lakini kuzo wako.
She forgot about it.
She forgot about it. Human mistake. Akafika but alikuwa zile za so kuna venye and then she was lucky that Robi alikuwa understanding. But imagine in a sense if Robi was not understanding, then what would have been the best thing for Alma to do in that situation? Yes, CFO ende kwao.
I've just remembered something, but then it's a bit off topic. The fact that Alma switched up when she had, you're going to Karen? She was like, if you need anything now, anyway. Make sure you watch the episode, you'll see what happened when...
Yeah, so open communication with your friends. Hiyo ndio kitu my biggest takeaway kwa history yote. Juu ina foster story na accountability. Unacheki vile Alma mwenyewe hata kama ako confused on what this situation yake na CFO is. Mabeshto yako amemsikiza ako like, until you are ready. See, already we know where this is going. Hata mama yake. Like, uko sure. Ye mwenyewe maybe she's not yet there. But amecreate a space where she can feel free to say, maybe this jiskine hizo story yet.
I like that they're all supporting each other though. Even when Robi said her story, no one was like...
Nobody was there. And do you know that is how it is, by the way. Si kila mtu ako na mama kama Alma mnaweza ongea. And that is where friends come in. Because hata venye exactly the friend group venye wako, that's exactly how it is. Like most of the time we just have our friends to speak to. Most of the times. Unfortunately, saa zingine unapatanga you can't speak to everybody about vitu zingine. But if you get your people, if you get your tribe talking about these things in such settings, as long as stories are jaba, mnajua mnaweza kuwa blind leading the blind. But that's so important. Marafiki wako, conversations that you can't have with your parents. I mean,
it was so nice because even Robi, for the first time we hear her opening up about your experience yote yenye aligo through in Migori and how it made her feel. Like, kidogo story kwa radio zote nini, and they're actually listening to her. So kupeana tu your room without judgment. Because ati unajaribu kuchange mabeshte zako. Everyone has a very different experience in life. So you just give people room to go through. They're there to go through it. What was your takeaway?
Basically, just that, communication. And communication also with how Alma was communicating with CFO. If it's about doing the deed, not now. Saina fikiria kuhusu business. Nini. So that communication, I'm on this, but you have to use this. The consent, the communication between the two. I feel like my biggest takeaway is communication between couples, that is, about contraception, what you're comfortable doing, consent. Basically, that is what I have loved about this episode.
I love it too. Apo story ya consent pia, I'm with you on that. Zile za, even if I'm on Dipo, si ati inamaanisha we can just... And also, boundaries. Unacheki where CFO alikuwa anajaribu kupusha kole, kwani unalala na mtu mwingine? And then Alma ko like, hatujafika hapo bado. There's gonna be a time.
Tunafikiria sahi.
Kuna vitu we can talk about, vitu I'm not comfortable speaking about, and that's okay. By the way, it's okay kama bado kuna vitu you don't feel like talking about, na kuna vitu you feel like talking about. It's totally fine. I really liked that about this. Your takeaway?
This episode was not heavily, but based off communication, because there was a lot of communication between Mama Alma and Alma herself. There was also a lot of communication between Alma and our partner, and also within the friend group. There was a good takeaway from the communication they had.
Would you take your girlfriend to get a Dipo injection?
Yeah, if she wants to.
If she wants to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the other thing. Just being open, kuongelelea story na contraception na partner wako. Ajue what you're on, what you're not on. Ajue if you are even comfortable being on. Because a lot of women still are not comfortable being on contraceptives. I think that is really healthy. He episode yote imekuwa about green flags, to be honest.
Yeah.
The way open communication, no matter how uncomfortable, is actually good for
And
whatever.
what a healthy relationship and friendship looks like.
From a parent to children, friend to friend.
Relationship.
Relationship.
Situation.
Okay, that, I'm not sure you can call that one a healthy, but then communication-wise, at least it's kind of healthy, yeah.
Watu wafungue roho. Ongei kutoke. Seme kutoke.
Guys, mmesikia ongea ikutoke. So tukimaliza, that was our view of episode 3. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you've also watched the episode. If you haven't, just give us a pause, go back and watch it. That was it from us.
Episode 3 was probably my favorite episode, to be honest, so far. If you want to watch the rest of the episodes, go check it on the YouTube channel. Make sure you watch and then engage with us in the comments, please. Lastly, make sure you check all our social media at Tukisonga 254.
Yeah, that was Tukijuana, episode 3. Amazing episode. Kumbuka, ukitaka kuongea kutoke, we have the Wazi chatbot at wazi.com. And hapo uliza maswali zote bila judgment, you'll be directed. It's a certified chatbot, ikona all the answers that you're looking for. And also mkitufollow, uliza maswali kwenye DMs pale, kuna experts who can help you maneuver some of these tricky waters, because as we said, not everyone is as lucky as Alma to have a guardian who talks to them about these things. And also, as you show us some love, show our sister channel some love. Space yako, they're doing an amazing job. Na pale kwenye comment section, mtuambie kama mnabambika na sisi. Sirushe mawe, sisi ni wa gentle. Hapa ni Green Flag Society. Green flags peke yake. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tuonane after episode 4. Tukuje na the vibes.
Wazi.
Wazi.